Hello,
Hello,
I'm Anna,
and I'm Joko.
and this is our unnamed fanfiction podcast, which I say with more grammatics each time. Or at least it feels like it. In today's episode, we are gonna do it real chill because, well, at least for me, I haven't really had a lot of motivation to do a lot of reading with fanfiction and like a lot of themed things. Like some in previous episodes we've talked about the like topics we plan on talking about, but I haven't felt like doing any of those. So I've just read random stuff. So today we're just gonna talk about what we've been reading about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I started reading again yesterday.
Yeah, because I was like, if we're gonna record, I don't want to just sit and talk alone.
Yeah.
So
But we're just gonna talk about our own stuff.
yeah, because you haven't read the fandoms that I'm reading right now.
And you have not read the fandoms I'm reading. There is no chance in hell that you will ever read the fandoms I'm reading.
Yeah. No. Not even close. I see them and I'm like,
This is
Shepherd,
nerd
and
stuff.
then in brackets, M or F, and I'm like, it's Mass Effect. Okay. And then I scroll past because I'm like, I don't know jack shit about Mass Effect.
Oh, you don't know what the M or F means?
No.
It's female or male shepherd. In the games you can choose.
Oh, yeah, no, that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah. So,
what have you been reading?
well, before we start talking about that, I just want to say, finally, we're making some progress with, I'm not going to say soundproofing because that's not what we're doing, but dampening.
Yeah, sound dampening, I think it's called.
Yeah, the room that we were recording, because we managed to acquire
A lot of egg cartons.
yeah, like we finagled them from the local bakery.
Yeah.
Because they just throw them away anyway. I can't fucking speak. They just throw them away anyway. So we picked them up and we've glued them to our ceiling to hopefully improve the sound quality.
Yeah, because I hope there's not going to be as much of an echo.
I mean,
We're not done like by a
long shot.
Yeah.
We've covered. I mean, we're doing it in a checker pattern just because.
One, it saves a lot of egg cartons.
Yeah.
And two, I think
it looks cool.
It looks cooler.
Yeah.
Than just filling the ceiling.
Yeah, because right now we've used about 30 for a third, and we don't really feel like acquiring like 200 egg cartons. So yeah. I've been reading. Well, earlier in the week, my days are completely turned upside down since I graduated. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. But last week, I think, I was just scrolling through, like, Criminal Minds, NCIS, just because I wanted to read fanfiction because I was bored, but didn't know what I wanted to read. But then I stumbled upon a NCIS fic and a sequel that was about Tony Donoso. And also, I'll just say this, I've watched, like, a few episodes of NCIS. I think I watched maybe like a season here and there.
I have maybe watched an episode here and there.
Yeah, like when it's on TV.
Yeah, and father used to watch.
Yeah, but I think I've also like gone to like, I don't know, Netflix or something and watched it. But that was many, many years ago, I think.
Is it on Netflix in Sweden?
Well, that's irrelevant. But...
because of our next sponsor. No, we don't have a sponsor.
We wish. But at first, when I started reading NCIS fanfiction, I tended... One of the first ones I read were about how McGee, like the little nerd IT guy on the team, was treated badly by his team. Underdog and then bashing of the other people who treat him badly. Yeah, that type of stuff. And I really liked it because it was like, oh, he's been through this shit with the team. Like, they took, like, canon things, I think, from the series, and they're like, oh, they didn't realize how it affected him. And I like that. And I was like, I wonder if there's more of that type of stuff. And then when I searched for it, I found that there wasn't that much, but there was a lot of the same kind of stint, but where Tony DiNoso, like, you know, the suave, is that how you say it?
Suave.
Yeah. Ladies' man that's Italian or whatever on the team, you know?
I don't know.
Okay, well, he's the suave Italian ladies' man. Where it's a lot of his team. In the fics where Tony DiNoso was the main character, there was a lot of, like, because he is, you know, a goofy guy who's playful and plays pranks and is a playboy, they don't take him seriously and, like, underestimate him and his capabilities as, you know, an agent. Because, well, I mean, McGee, he has, like, several masters and went to a good college.
Yeah.
And then the other team member, I mean, depending on how it, but usually it's Siva David or whatever. And she's a, how do you say, Mossad agent. Like, she's trained to, like, kill. And she's a fucking spy. So they both look down on him because, like, he graduated from, like, Ohio State with a degree in physical education. And they, like, look down on him and think that he doesn't know that much and he's not that good because of that, despite him, like, having been a cop for several years at several different locations and having been an agent for, like, I mean, in the fic that I read a lot, he had been an agent for 6 years and he was a senior field officer or field agent. So he was, you know, when Gibbs wasn't present, he was supposed to be the one that's leading the team. But because his team, how should I say it, they don't respect him. So they don't, like, treat him as a senior field agent, you know? And because Gibbs, at least in the fics that I've been reading, and I haven't watched a lot of the original show, so I don't actually know if it's like this, but he really, you know, runs his own race. He does like, Gibbs does whatever he wants to. He just fucking, do you say railroads? He just fucking runs over anyone who tries to have him be respectful or whatever. So McGee and Siva David, they have been taught by Gibbs that they should only follow his orders and not care about Tony, like DiNoso. And so, like, he has no respect in the team. And then like, in the fic that I read, I don't remember what it's called, but I'll link it in, like, the description of the episode. But it was a crossover between NCIS and Criminal Minds. And it was basically Jennifer Giroux. You know, do you know who?
I have no
idea. She's the blonde woman on the Criminal Minds team.
The short one?
It's just the long-haired blonde woman, and not, like, Garcia.
The long-haired blonde?
She has long hair. Long blonde hair. JJ.
I have no idea.
Okay, well, she's the, like, what's it, media liaison on the team on Criminal Minds. And she goes on a blind date with Tony. And then they, like, yeah, I shouldn't spoil. I mean, they get together, and basically Tony learns to, like, respect himself and learns that he shouldn't be treated the way he is and that he deserves much better, like, deserves much better subordinates and a better boss. So, you know, it's like, I mean, I don't want to spoil it. Fuck. But it's a lot, you know, like, before when we talked about Naruto fanfiction, where it's been like, or like, I guess it doesn't have to be Naruto, but like a character in the Narutoverse being treated badly or like treated bad, like, they grow up to become very powerful. You know? Like, not just powerful as in abilities. You look so bored.
Like, holy shit. Like, you're talking and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Should I scrap this?
No. But, like, you're talking and talking. and I have no foothold in this.
Okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but you can keep talking.
Yeah. I guess I'm talking for the viewers now entirely, because
I'm really trying to stick to it and be like, oh yeah, I get it.
Thank you for trying. I'll be trying to when you talk about your nerds and stuff. But basically, it's where, you know, they go from being way down in the
so
food
it's an
chain.
underdog story.
Yeah, and then they become real powerful, and they learn that, you know, they deserve better and than how they've been treated. And I really liked it. And it had a sequel, and I really like it. I like when the main character that I am reading about becomes powerful, and as I was saying before, you got noticeably bored. Not just in abilities, but also like they get a position of power. I guess that's a spoiler, but yeah.
Oh, you've talked about this fic to me before outside of the podcast.
I have?
Yes, you spoiled it.
Yeah, well, you're not part of the fandom, so, you know.
You're barely.
Yeah, I know, but you had no intention of reading the fic, so
yeah.
I could spoil how much I wanted to. Anyways, I feel like I've been talking for way too long. Should I talk about what I've been reading more? Or we should switch, because they being the listeners, they're probably really tired of me, so you should talk. You should talk about what you've been reading.
So, I've been reading Mass Effect fanfiction because when I want to get into fanfiction again, I just picked something that I know I would like. So, Mass Effect. Mass Effect is a fandom that I am quite a part of. Like, it's one of my favorite game series of all time. I even like the not so good Andromeda. Like, I'm so sad about Andromeda that it's not getting the sequel it deserves or the DLC that it deserves.
What's a DLC?
A downloadable content. It's like an expansion.
Oh.
Like, everything got scrapped for it. Like, the team that...
Because the reception was so bad?
Yes.
Oh.
So, it did not have the time to prove itself because it had a really bad launch.
Why?
Faces looked really weird. The story wasn't that good. Like I said, the faces looked really weird, which is a big part of the game. Like player interaction.
Yeah.
Or interaction with characters.
Why do you like it then?
I like it because it's Mass Effect.
Okay.
It brings me. It's a new installment in the Mass Effect series. But I think the team that made it, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I read somewhere that the team that made it, like the BioWare team that made it, they got scrapped completely. Like the whole office.
Oi. That's a lot of people.
Like, and now it's just the main studio.
Oh.
I think that's what happened. But I've been reading Mass Effect fanfictions, and it's 3 fics that I've been reading. One Mass Effect Halo crossover, one is just pure Mass Effect, and one Mass Effect Fallout crossover. They are the Mass Effect Halo crossover is Mass Effect Trailblazer by TallYapflip. The Fallout Mass Effect fanfiction is The One That Bears the Message by Disinherited, and the pure Mass Effect fanfiction is Empire of Terra, Humanity's Conquest by GiselleVonLuzern. And I'm gonna talk about 2 of them. It's the one I'm currently reading and one that I finished. The one I'm currently reading is the Fallout Mass Effect fanfiction, which I think it's fucking great. It takes from Fallout New Vegas and puts the Courier, who is the main character of Fallout New Vegas, into the Mass Effect universe.
Like, does it come with like abilities and?
Well, he doesn't have abilities, but he has augmentations to his body.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about games. So I'm trying to.
In Fallout, there isn't really superpowers, like abilities like
There's
that.
more
It's quite reality. It's quite grounded.
Yeah.
Except for the Bethesda games, they're not that grounded. Fallout New Vegas is one of my absolute favorite games of all time. And Mass Effect is one of my favorite game series of all time.
Yeah. So they put the
Courier,
or
Courier 6, as it's also called, into the Mass Effect universe, where he just fucks shit up. Or, like, he is a powerhouse. Like, he comes there with fucking... In the Mass Effect universe, their weaponry is not, like, gunpowder based, like ours are. Or ours is. It's basically a block of matter that is shaved off. Like, projectiles are shaved off from. By a mass driver powered by Element Zero. And gunpowder based weaponry is what we have, which is just bullets. And he comes there with gunpowder, or fucking, it turns out it's later like fucking railgun based. And I'm just fucking, what the fuck? Like
his stuff?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he just comes there. It takes a few chapters for him to actually be a part of it, because he first comes into it in like a coma or something. Like, if I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I think it's fucking great. We're gonna link these in the description.
Yeah.
I haven't finished it yet. I'm on the last chapter of what's updated right now. But I think it's really great. And then there's or do you want to talk?
No, you can talk.
Okay.
I talked for way long. Like, you are good at not spoiling, and you just, like, gloss over, that type of stuff. And I'm not. I just talk and talk and talk. So you can talk a bit more.
The next one I'm going to talk about is the Mass Effect Trailblazer, the Mass Effect Halo fanfiction, or crossover, rather. And it's what I absolutely love about Mass Effect Halo fanfiction, or the crossover. Humanity is cut off from the rest of the galactic community, and just becomes more and more powerful. And whereas the rest of the galaxy is stagnant in their
Do they
technology.
know that the humans are becoming more powerful?
No.
So they just fucking show up out of nowhere, and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Yeah, basically. Like, I'm gonna spoil this one a little bit. Like, this is the beginning of the fic. It's humanity. The UNSC send a research probe. No, or was this the other one? But they send a research ship through a mass relay, and the AI on board the ship tries to make contact with some Turian ships that are in the system, and the communications officer on board the Turian ship thinks that the AI is trying to hack them, so they attack the ship. Like
the probe?
The research ship.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Mass Effect fanfiction can be quite similar in how they start, so I don't know if I'm
mixing them up.
Especially Mass Effect Halo, because they usually start the same way. But the Turians attack and destroy the research ship, and then the humanity in full force sounds like 70 ships, all of like, I don't know the terms for the or what the equivalents are for their ships when it comes to terms. Like, I know that there's cruisers, there's frigates, there's dreadnoughts, and that's it that I know. But I don't know how the equivalents are when it comes to the UNSC and the rest of the galactic community, like the Citadel. The Citadel, they have a limitation on how big they can make their ships. Because of how their technology is, they can only make ships so big before they collapse upon themselves. But humanity, which is not based on the same technology, in this fanfiction, they're not based on the same technology that the Citadel is. So their ships do not have a limit. So they send in like a kilometer-long ship, or several kilometer-long ships, which is like the largest ship that the Citadel has is the Destiny Ascension, which is like 1.5 kilometers long, or big, and that is the absolute largest ship that is at the Citadel's disposal. But that is nothing to the UNSC. That's like a fucking cruiser or like frigate or something. Like what the Citadel calls a dreadnought is like a cruiser for the UNSC. Like, and it's so satisfying to just read that the humanity sends in a ship so large that the other side just says that's impossible. And I think it's so satisfying to see humanity just trounce all over the Turians, whereas in the canon, it did not happen like that.
Other way around.
Basically. It is so great reading this. I have it finished currently. It's still updating. I think. It updated on the 25th of May, so I don't know if it's still updating. I sure hope so, because it's quite good. But Mass Effect fanfiction has a special place in my heart, because I love seeing humanity be strong. Because in the games, humanity is not that strong. They are quite... the whole galactic community of the Citadel is quite stagnant. There's no like innovation anywhere. Everyone is on the same level, or except for the Asari, who, spoilers, they have a fucking beacon. They have a thing that makes them... They are doing something illegal in the games that they should not be doing to keep them ahead of all the others. They have something that makes them like millennia ahead of the others. Or centuries ahead of the others.
Do the others know about?
No, that is in the third game where that is exposed.
Okay.
But yeah, like I can talk on and on about Mass Effect and the lore and the happenings.
Once again, we show that we like powerful, like the side that we're on being powerful.
Yeah. I don't know how to express my absolute joy of reading powerful humanity fanfiction. So, what more have you been reading?
Well, I'm not gonna say I've been reading a lot of Naruto fanfiction, more like I've been reading one fic for the past couple of days, and it's taking so long because it's like almost 500,000 words. I'll check. And honestly, I'll probably like spoil a lot for this one. So if you don't want that, then like probably like skip to the like end of the episode. I don't know, because do you have any other fics you want to talk about?
Not really.
Well, should we start doing like... Do you ever watch like book reviews on YouTube?
No.
Okay, well, sometimes the
only book reviewer I watch is Crimson Rogue.
Yeah. But sometimes when people review shit, they do a spoiler-free like version, and then like, and up until this point, now we're gonna start talking about spoilery stuff. Should we start doing that? Because sometimes I read fics that I'm like, I love this, and I want to fucking gush about it and just talk about it, or just I want to start a discussion, but it's, spoilers because, it's in the fic and we're talking about it. So sometimes it doesn't get brought up. So should we start doing like, if you don't want to get spoiled,
let's
for
do
this
that
fic,
in the description.
Yeah, and like, being like, skip to this point.
This part is a spoiler.
Yeah. So if you don't want spoilers for the fic Deduction in Shadows by GremlinSR on AO3, then skip to like whatever the timestamp is in the description. But this fic is about like an OC. Okay. In the Sherlock, the BBC Sherlock show, you know, it's about Sherlock, and then Sherlock has a brother, and this OC is the daughter of that brother, and she dies. I'm not gonna say how because it's irrelevant. Well, maybe not to the story, but to this. But she dies and gets reborn into the Naruto verse as a clanless orphan, and she is in danger, and she's in danger, and she like realizes that because she still got, you know, like the Holmes analytical, the deduction, you know, smart little mind. I'm not smart, as you can hear, but she still got the smarts. Fucking.
She still got the smarts.
I am tired. I'm trying to be coherent, believe it or not. But she realizes she's in danger, so she approaches like Nara Shikaku, and he helps her, you know, get out of that danger. Okay, I'm not spoiling stuff. Wow, okay. But she helps her out of that danger, and while doing so manages, like, he starts caring about her because she needed protection. So he like, okay, well, you can stay with me and my family because you're in danger. And then when the danger's over, he's like, I'm kind of fond of this kid. I'll take you on as my ward. And so she grows up with Shikamaru, and she becomes like best friends with him.
Breast friends.
She becomes best friends with him. And she's really, like, she knows what she wants. She's like, I want to be an investigator for the military police force in Konoha. And
isn't the military police the Uchiha?
Yeah, but they do accept non-Uchiha members, but they're like really high requirements. But she's like, I want to be an investigator. That's what I want to be. So she's like, I'm gonna meet those requirements. And she focuses on, like, in her ninja career, she focuses on like puppets because, I don't know, she's got interested, and she's like, oh, okay. She focuses on puppets and like chemistry, like she makes a lot of bombs and shit. I don't know. Something I really like about this fic, I mean, it's super, super long. It's like fucking almost
500,000 words.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, 460,000. Over 19 chapters, might I add. Fucking.
Please split your chapters up if you're. Like, please find places to split your chapters up. Like, long chapters might be quite, like, good, but not for the reader. Like, it's really hard to keep a track of, like, where you are in a fic, or like to just keep reading that block of text. I mean,
for me it wasn't hard because I was immersed, but I think like each chapter is like basically like an arc. Like, I start the chapter off with a kidnapping and it ends with her being out of the kidnapped situation. And then I'm like, so much stuff happened while she was, or like, you know, like lots of stuff happens. But something I like about the fic is that it starts when she's 6 years old, and right now, where I'm at, actually, I should check what chapter, I think it's like chapter 12 or something, 14. Where I'm at, she's like 14 years old, I think. And it goes, like, I feel like she grew up really, like, naturally, like, it went from her being, like, a fucking, like, child who acted a certain way. I mean, she was a genius child and shit, so she's not, you know, like a child, like a dumb fucking idiot child who just drools and shits all day. I don't spend time around kids. So
we don't know what kids do.
Yeah, but like, you know, normal Naruto shit, they don't talk, normal fanfiction stuff, they don't talk like kids, but like, I still feel like they aged quite well. Like, they went through, they felt like they weren't worth much because they were orphans and like they don't know who their parents are and, you know, like that type of shit. And then they learn to like accept the Naras as their family and like learn to trust them. And then Like they go
so
through.
the growth progression was quite natural.
And also, it went. I mean, the main character and Shikamaru, like they're the main pairing, and like at first they're best friends, and then like they grow really close because they like both end up in like traumatic situations, and they grow really close. I mean, whatever. And I just feel like I just really liked how like their relationship like changed, and like how it went from, you know, being like, I mean, she calls his parents mom and dad, so like
that's a weird pairing. That's a weird pairing, dude.
But like they don't like, they're like, but it's never been like, oh, I mean, yeah, they think of their like as their parents, but they don't think like, oh, Shikamaru's my brother. Like it's never been, I've never gotten that feeling from it.
It's still weird.
I guess so, but whatever, man. I read
like
this.
basically they share the same parents. But it's the main pairing. It sounds really weird.
It's not as weird as it sounds, at least for me. I mean, I don't know. It's not, I don't know. But I like how their relationship progressed, and how the character growth and the things that they went through, and like when they stumble upon problems and then they react, and they're like, it's a lot about not just like growth as like abilities and stuff, but also about their growth as and like how their relationship changes with people, and like hurdles that they go through. And I just felt like it wasn't all like sunshine and rainbows or like doom and gloom. Like some fics are like really like like
what does mean?
I mean, it's like sometimes, like, you know, like those edgy Naruto fics, like everything's just fucking horrible and he gets raped daily or some shit. Like some fics are like that, and then some are like really unrealistic in how they portray the ninja world. But this, I feel like it was a lot of like both good and bad stuff, and like I just felt like the relationships between people were realistic. I mean, I'm not the most social person, so maybe some people might not agree with me, but I feel like it was, I just loved the relationship between the characters, and I just really loved the characters, and like I love the writing style too. Like I think it's really like funny, and like when it's cute, I think it's so fucking cute, because this child really used her like cute sad orphan girl appearance to her, like, I don't know, it's
to her advantage.
Yeah.
You didn't finish that thought.
Yeah, sorry. When I ramble, I don't know where I started.
Jump all over the place.
Yeah.
Like you don't finish thoughts sometimes.
I just really loved, I mean, the writing style. Oh, I'm gonna have to check if this author has any more stuff. I hope so, because I really like the writing. And this fic was finished like 2 years ago, so hopefully there's more stuff I can read. But I really just liked character growth and how the relationship changed between people. And I like powerful characters.
Is she a powerful character? Is she like a Mary Sue, or is she...
I mean...
Does she actually get like abilities through progression, or is it just, oh, she suddenly has these powers?
No, it's not sudden. It's like, oh, I want to do puppets, and then it's like, okay, well, you gotta learn chakra strings. It's like, it's been so many fucking, it's been like months, and I'm like, I can barely, and then it does.
You can barely
like manage to do anything with the strings. Like they haven't, yeah, and it does something that I like, because you know sometimes when characters they like work on something and they're like, oh, this like it's going really good, and I'm really proud of it, and it's like, oh, I think I'm at a really good level, and then they just meet a foe that just completely fucking whips their ass, and they're like, what the like they get knocked on their asses, and they're like, oh, maybe I'm not so powerful after all. Like they realize that, like they get knocked down a peg, and they're like, okay, I need to like take this shit seriously. Like I need to, like, once again, growth, man. Like even if they thought they were doing well, they got fucking knocked down, so they're like, I need to work harder. Or like they get knocked down and they're like, oh, fucking sad shit, and I'm not doing well. And then like she gets support from like family, and then they're like, you fucking stop being a little bitch, gotta get up and work on that like, I don't know, it felt natural. I mean, now if I would have like, just sometimes I read fics and I stop reading them for whatever reason, and then sometimes I go back and I'm like, I'll continue it, but I don't remember the fics. I'm like, whoa, because a lot of stuff has happened since, chapter 1, and the characters have changed a lot, and her abilities, like the main character's abilities, have grown so much. So, but it's grown in such a way where it doesn't feel unnatural. When I look at it, like where I'm at now, where the character is at now, and where they were in the first chapter, there's a huge difference. But I don't know if it's because I've like read through the entire fic, like I read like every day, or if it's because just it's written well. But it doesn't feel like forced or like it came out of nowhere. Like I didn't even notice that suddenly she is actually really, really powerful, because it didn't like come out of nowhere. Like it felt natural. But now when I look at it, like I don't know what the objective is to save my life. But when I look at it now and I see what she's actually capable of, I'm like, that's actually a lot of stuff that I didn't realize she could do, because it didn't feel forced at all. And I just really like this fic. And I'm gonna finish it and see if the author has anything more to offer.
You said it was a part of a series.
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet, so I don't know what the next... I can check what the next part is, because... Is it another 500? I mean, I'd accept that, but like... Because there's a next work, so... I'm gonna see what it is. Okay. One-shots and behind the scenes from the fic. Non-linear, unconnected chapters. Okay, well, so... I'll probably read that if I miss the characters. But I really like it.
You can talk quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than, like, because this is the 9th episode, and this is, like, our 3rd or 4th try on recording this. Oh, yeah, we didn't say that earlier, but this not last week, 2 weeks ago, we didn't put out an episode.
Because... the episode we tried to record, it did not turn out well.
Yeah, first we tried and it went shit, and then we tried again, right?
Yeah, and we thought it didn't turn out shit, but then we listened to it, and it turned out shit.
It was just, I mean, we talked, but it was a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
And I mean, we might have talked about a bunch of nothing here, I don't know. Maybe we'll hate this when I go back to edit it, but, I mean, this feels better. And at least I'm a bit more animated.
Like, at least we have a topic this time. Like, last episode that we recorded, it was just what we've been doing that had nothing to do with fanfiction. Yeah. We didn't really have a topic then, but now we do.
Which is just what we've been reading.
Which is better than what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Because it has to do with fanfiction.
Yeah. And I'm gonna put this out there. I haven't brought this up with you, but I would rather that we skip an upload if we don't have good content, because I don't want to like go through like our catalog of episodes and be like, this episode is fucking shit. Why did we put this out? It's not even got any substance, you know?
Like, I just wanted to get an episode out because I didn't want to skip a week, but then I heard what the fuck we were doing, and it turned out shit, and I did not want that out there.
I mean, I don't listen back to our episodes a lot, but if I did, I'd probably think all of them were shit. Actually, nah. Like, the first couple of ones were pretty planned.
They were pretty aight.
But I would just... There might come a time in the future where we skip an episode again, and that is probably because we have tried to make an episode, but it's been so just garbage that we didn't want to put it out.
Yeah.
Or maybe, like, a topic or, like, an episode is taking much longer than we thought it would, in which we would probably try to like put out a different one. But yeah, I don't know. If we... My mouth just farted. Sorry.
I just hit the mic.
Yeah. But...
It's all falling apart.
Yeah.
Mouth farts and hitting the mic.
Yeah. Anyways, this episode has been just us talking about what we've been reading. And I mean, I've been really pretty busy, especially in the last week, so I haven't done a lot of stuff, but I'm feeling more excited about... I mean, I think it's because I've gotten into the groove of reading fanfiction again.
Which I have too. I think I could expand my horizons, like when it comes to what I'm reading. Because right now I'm just reading Mass Effect fanfiction because it's what I'm comfortable with. Like, very comfortable with. And I think I could expand that to like, oh, I'll read some, I don't know. I don't know, actually.
Yeah, but I don't know. Right now, I'm more excited about, this always happens. Like, I come to a point where I'm really excited about doing stuff for the podcast, but then I get busy or I just lose that excitement and then I don't do anything. Hopefully, because I'm going away tomorrow and I'm going to be gone for like
4 days.
Yeah, 4 days. And hopefully that excitement will still be here when I get back. But I don't know. I'm more taggad. I'm more excited about, working with the podcast. Yeah. And now that I'm in the groove of reading, which will hopefully still be here when I get back, I feel more excited to try like some of the bigger projects that we've, planned.
Yeah.
And maybe like really, like, I don't know. I feel like doing those now. Which
like we might do just in the in-between weeks of like big projects, we might just do what we've been reading episodes, because those seem to work a lot better than what we've been doing.
Yeah. That's completely unrelated to what this podcast is actually about.
Yeah. Like we tried to do the what we've been doing episode, and it did not turn out well at all.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I don't know how many like regular listeners we have, but if there are people who are looking forward to an episode that's gonna be about fanfiction, and then they just get an episode of what the fuck we've been doing, they have to wait like another 2 weeks for something with substance. I mean, I guess now they just got nothing, but like from what I've seen, actually I haven't checked, but I haven't gotten any notifications about someone being like,
hey, where's the episode?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm feeling a lot better about this episode than the last one.
Yeah, here where we stay on topic, and I'm more like,
talkative.
Yeah, because when we tried to do the previous episodes, I've been really not in a talking mood, and I've tried to like speak, but it hasn't worked out well.
Yeah.
But now I was in a talking mood, and now I really need to go because I have to pack. So I've been Anna.
And I've been Joko.
And that's our goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.